Gas up 53% from a year ago and up 136% from 2 years ago. The things we get used to and adapt to are absurd. The human's ability to adapt is the key to its survival, but in certain cases it can be an avenue of destruction. Adapting to abuse, for instance, leads to further and heavier punishments. Being unwilling to tolerate certain things can be an avenue of liberation. As these things progress, the slow-boiling frog generally comes to mind. In Neil Oliver's latest diatribe, he points out the fact that we aren't frogs, and that the social contract between us and the oligarchy has been broken. Essentially, that a game is being played where there aren't any rules, or rather, the only rules there are the rules of psychopathy. Gaslighting instead of gas. Cognitive dissonance instead of sense, smear campaigns for the ones trying to speak truth, and medicines too toxic for the old being forced upon the youth. We've adapted too easily to debating free speech, when there really is no debate, because without our throats, they'll slit our throats, and our words are just about our only pushback being pushed into the corners of lies. The poor are priced out of autonomous travel, and soon the middle will be the poor and will follow suit. They'll blame it on the environment, but the data doesn't support that. Never mind that. Just like with the shots, anyone pointing that out gets deemed crazy, as social shaming bots come in to scream at the top of their lungs like spoiled children woken up from a nap temporarily. The insulting term conspiracy theorist is losing all its negative connotations. The longer this all goes, it's beginning to mean truth teller, brave soul who is willing to say the emperor has no clothes. The only people who take that phrase seriously are so deeply in a slumber that it's the equivalent of worrying about what an old man in the park is dreaming about as he snores at the sun with a bird landing on his nose. How much longer do we let them drag us in this direction? How much longer till we are beyond the point of no return? Are we at that point already? At Starbucks today, a schoolgirl had a table set up for donations for DARE. That used to be about getting kids off drugs, but they've shifted it. It's now about suicide prevention. She told me every minute, 11 people attempt to take their own life. Every minute, 11 people attempt to take their own life. In a culture obsessed with sickness and repression and doomsday scenarios, the so-called righteous puppet as their cause in place of actual purpose. It would be fine if there weren't blood on the streets, especially when the blood belongs to our children. Courage is in order. Say mean things to me on the internet, I really don't care. I mean, not that much. Not if you support the road we're on. I don't care if you support the road we're on. Not if you refuse to see the actual danger looming so large, hacking away the lives of our most innocent. At this point, the results are in, and the lies are exposed. The same propaganda machines telling the same stories with slight alterations, attempting to back out of the burning building hostage situation they've created slowly. And DARE is right. Dare to tell the truth. Dare to speak up. Dare to hear your intuition. Dare to lean into prayer. Dare to pray for your enemies. Dare to laugh at social shame. Dare to consider the source. Dare to believe that if enough of us speak up, we can still turn this around.